Hey, good Tuesday morning, everybody. Meteorologist Brad Panovich here. We're tracking the Arctic front, which has just crossed the mountains. Temperatures have already fallen back to 29 in the Boone area after topping out at 50 earlier this morning. So it's been a rather dramatic drop in temperatures. Here's a look at the radar and the temperatures together. You can see the cold front. It's not too hard to see, but for this time of year, folks, this is a serious cold front. I mean, if this is the middle of January, this would be the deep freeze. But look at some of these temperatures. Below zero readings coming in across many locations of the Midwest and the upper Great Lakes. That's cold for them. Even in the winter time, that would be below average. So to have this in the middle of, November, it's November 12th. I think we forget that. This is just crazy to see these temperatures moving in. And look at the temperature drop behind the front. You could see it's already around 30 in the Boone area, 28 in Jefferson, but 36 up towards Wilkesboro. So that cold air is leaking in. Even the Hickory area down into the mid 40s. We're still at 55. Our high today, by the way, is going to be 58. It happened at midnight. You likely slept right through it. Like most of us. So let me put the temperatures on here. I'm going to take off the radar just for a second, just so you could see that contrast in temperatures. I mean, look at that cold air filtering into the region. Very impressive setup here as this cold Arctic air comes surging into the region. Now, it's a race right now between the precipitation and the temperatures because the temperatures are falling quickly, but the rain is also moving very quickly. Let me check the temperatures back on here. And I'll show you. You could see the temperatures here. We'll pop them back up. So we're in the 50s, but the back edge of the rain and precipitation is entering the mountains. Now, the snow's not done in the mountains. Even though you see this first batch move through, we've got a pretty good connection to the Great Lakes. So today, we're going to see some long lake effect snow bands come down here. So the snow will continue into the afternoon. Now, it's not going to be as heavy as it is now in the mountains, but expect flurries to continue for a while into the overnight. This will pop up the totals, especially near the Tennessee line. If you saw my map yesterday, about 2 to 4 inches near the Tennessee line above 4,000 feet. That's why we're showing that, because that northwest flow is going to pick up. So let me show you how this is going to progress through the evening hours. All right, so let's get right into the forecast here. Here's the band of rain and snow on the backside of the Arctic front. We'll go into the afternoon hours. I'll stop this around 12 o'clock. Now, we've seen some reports, people thinking that we're going to see snow east of the mountains. I can't completely rule it out, but I'd say it's fool's errand trying to chase the fact that we could see a burst of snow. If there's going to be any snow, it's definitely going to be up here closer to the Tennessee line. Down here in Charlotte, I just don't see it happening because the cold air is just not coming in quick enough and the moisture is moving out so quickly. So the chances are pretty limited. You could see by 2 o'clock the rain moves out. So the next concern is for black ice tonight. If you live in the Piedmont, you're thinking, could we see black ice? Well, the rain should end around 2 to 4. So that's going to give us several hours of temperatures above freezing. I don't expect us to drop below freezing until probably around 9 p.m. So that gives us enough time, especially with gusty winds, that we're going to see things dry out. But we will see some pretty long range lake effect snow. So even though the model's not showing this, we will see snow continue in the North Carolina mountains for a while. I do expect that to continue into the evening hours. And that's why I'm expecting maybe an additional inch or two to develop up in the mountains. Let me show you the temperatures real quickly. All right, so this is the big story, the cold air, in my opinion. And just to watch this on the forecast is just crazy to see that cold air come rushing into the Carolinas. And just to show you close up, I'm going to zoom in and you could see how this cold air just takes over the entire region. Let's stop this here and we'll show you how cold it is. So this is by about, let me put this out to basically 3 p.m. And you can see we're already hovering near 38 degrees. In the mountains, we're in the teens. So this is really cold air considering it's 3:20 in the afternoon. You see the time up at the top of the screen there. So we'll go further into the evening. And you can see by the time we get to about 8 to 9 o'clock, this is when temperatures are going to be dropping below freezing. So we're going to be below freezing here before 9 p.m. in many locations. So that's kind of rare to see the temperature that cold in November below freezing well before midnight. So the potential is we're going to have a really hard freeze. I'd go out and disconnect your hoses. I'm going out disconnecting mine. Make sure things are sealed up in the house because this rapid drop can definitely ice up things real quickly. So anything wet out there is likely going to ice up. And just to show you that temperature drop, this is the forecast for the Charlotte area. You see by 9 o'clock, we're hovering near 48 degrees, which we're at 53, so this is a little cooler than what's currently happening. But I think it's going to happen quickly as the temperature falls all day. This is what I talked about yesterday You likely went to work or school with warmer temperatures. By dinner time, it's in the upper 30s, and we fall to freezing here. This is right around 8 to 9 o'clock. And then tomorrow morning, we'll threaten a record low, which is 21. I think we'll probably be 18, 19, 20-ish. So we'll probably break that record set back in 1993. So get ready, folks. This is everything you would anticipate with a big time Arctic cold front. Let me put everything back on here so we can see it. There's the current front. Let me throw the temperatures on there. This is the real deal. This is some seriously cold air beginning to move into the region. So I hope you are ready for it, because temperatures are going to be falling like a rock here. There we go. Temperatures are updating here real quickly. So we're in the low 40s now. 30s and 40s not too far away, and the 20s will be here in about 6 hours. Hope you're ready for it. I'll have updates throughout the afternoon, online, on air, and on my Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Have a great day, everybody.